Hi, I'm James from Outside and I'm here in the Peak District today to show you Mountain Equipment's Aerotherm jacket. Now we came out here to see nice footage of me climbing pitch after pitch of sun-kissed rock in beautiful conditions, and of course it never stops raining, so we're stood in the drizzle trying to tell you why this is so good and so versatile. So obviously Mountain Equipment make climbing gear, really good stuff for climbing the mountains, rock climbers, mountaineers, all those type of things. However, this jacket I do think is one of the most versatile pieces of kit I've ever used. I kind of think anyone can use it. It's nearly as suited to runners, walkers as it is climbers. So what is an Aerotherm? Basically, I would wear it instead of a fleece 90% of the time. It's 300 grams, it's warm, it's water resistant, it's windproof, so why wouldn't you? It may be grim out, but actually it's probably quite good conditions to show you why this is so good. If I was wearing a normal fleece, I'd be getting sodden now in this sort of drizzle that's coming down. This is beading up, this is going to keep me dry for a little bit longer. If it was really windy, this would stop the wind, whereas your fleece would mean you'd be reaching for your waterproof now. I see people walking around in their waterproofs just to stop the wind. What a shame, your waterproof is expensive, it's crinkly. No matter how good it is, it's going to be the least breathable thing you own. Things like this can breathe so well, and you keep the wind off, keep the showers off, and keep moving fast and freely. I've tried lots of jackets like this, and this is probably my favourite so far. I think mainly because it's so light. It's only 300 grams and it features a 45D Exolite face fabric, which is basically a really lightweight windproof. You could actually have that on its own, it'd be a really useful piece of kit, but because they've lined it with sort of gridded fleece inside, that adds just a little bit of warmth and it really helps with that breathability as well. So like I say, I think the versatility of this is probably the most impressive thing. I've already worn it quite a lot this winter, and as everyone will know, walking in Scottish winter climbing often is the crux of the day. You're starting at sea level, it's quite warm, but it's going to get a bit chillier in a minute as you hit the snow line and the wind. So walking in this was a joy. I was never overheated and I was never cold. And then when I get to snow line, I can either simply another layer underneath it or on top of it, and I wore it under my shelter for all the routes I climbed that winter. One of the things I think a lot of people will like about this is the hood. So it's got a really, really light hood. It actually hasn't got any insulation in it, so it's more just a windproof hood. The main reason for that is the fact that when you don't want your hood up and you're wearing multiple layers, all with hoods, you can roll it away really neatly into the collar. So that's one of the reasons I think runners will really like it too, because if it is a windy day and you're running along in your jacket but you haven't got your hood up, they balloon out and get really frustrating. So that works brilliantly, yet it's dead easy to unpop and put out when you do want it. The hood is an interesting sort of middle-sized hood. We describe it as like a squeezer, so you can wear it over a helmet if you want, as like a little squeeze. It's not super comfortable, probably wouldn't lead with it like that, but I'll snuggle down on a belay with it. However, what is good is it will fit under a helmet, which is probably how this would work in your winter layering system anyway. The other cool thing as well, because it's by Mountain Equipment, all those climbing thoughts have gone into it. So once again, they've cut the bungee cords here and resealed them so you can't catch your climbing gear into them. That's on the hem, so while you're wearing a harness. Also, it folds into its own pockets, it'll go nice and small, and it's got a little clip on there so you can attach it to your harness when you are taking it multi-pitch climbing. You might want to wear it on the belay or just seconding, things like that. But instead of one little loop, they've put two on there just for a bit of security. Last thing you want is to rip it off in a chimney and lose the thing. Another really nice little feature is the fact that the gridding on the inside, all in the core, is sort of like these little squares that keeps you nice and warm and trap the air in. Now what they've actually done is down the arms is they've turned that same fabric inside out, so it's much smoother and slicker. So it's probably not quite as warm in the arms, but that does mean that when you're putting layers through it, they slide much more easily. So if you are wearing this as a part of a layering system, it'll work just beautifully, where there's so many have snagged and pulled. Other than that, it's just got some really nice simple features. It's got a chest pocket and two hand pockets. The nice soft zips, if I was wearing a harness and climbing in it, they don't really get in the way. Still got a little spare one here. But like I say, I'm easily going to wear this walking, climbing, running, so it's quite nice to have some hand pockets for once. The cuffs are nice and simple and light, just elasticating, no Velcro tabs needed here. Other colours are available, but obviously brighter is better for me. I love a bit of orange. So like I said, what a hugely versatile piece of kit. This sort of face fabric is so light, so stretchy, it just feels like you could do anything in it, and I'll easily climb sort of multi-pitch routes in this and be really comfortable. But I love the fact it's such a good layering piece as well, because that micro grid on the inside sort of works better than normal fleece in a layering system to help move that air away from the body and get breathability sorted. So next time you're walking along and the wind comes along and you reach for your waterproof because your fleece isn't quite cutting it, why don't you just think about the fact that Why isn't your mid-layer windproof? Well, mine is, and as you can see, it's water resistant.
Nice one, Mountain Equipment.